Hello, NYWCites. I am the administrator of the NYWC message board, Robert Lottie. Homecoming of Madness 2024 was a memorable night. To start things off, we had most of the roster who competed on the show surrounding the ring. Out came Shane and and everybody, basically they talked about they were inducting the first ever woman to be inducted into NYWC's Hall of Fame, and then Shane brought out the monstrous monarch, King Mega, and he announced, basically was talking about how Willow was not only as a competitor in the ring, but also as a person, and he said he's semi-retired, so I don't know if he'll feel that urge to get in the ring again to compete. And then he introduces her, and she comes out, and the crowd's thrilled for her. And, she mentions that when she started training, she didn't have a driver's license yet, that she would actually take the Long Island Railroad. She would, from New Hyde Park Station, transfer at Hicksville Station to get to Deer Park, and she had a bicycle with her to go from the train station to go training. And I don't know how long she mentioned she did that, but then she was told that someone would pick her up from the train as she went on. But obviously, folks, for those wondering out there, I'll say it right now, that's dedication on her part. Bringing her bicycle with, knowing she didn't have a driver's license at the time she began training to wrestle, and she had a bicycle. Her bicycle with her, I don't know if she still has it today. To take her bicycle with her and go, instead of, she did that to get the training until I guess, I don't know how long it was, a few months. I don't know. I can't remember everything, folks, but Mega inducts her, and also Will's parents came into the ring, and very good ceremony. And as everybody else headed to the back, we got our show matches underway as we had a 6-man tag team match kick things off, as we had the Big Gun Nuke, JT Kaysen of Reckless and Wasted, and Alan, or is it Aaron Christensen, Braden Knight apparently didn't make the show, as they did battle with J Red and the Shillelagh Hitmen fighting Jack Morrissey and Satanta Fury. Good opening match for these 6 guys, and I don't know if this was just put together just to put them on the show or squeeze people on the show. J Red and Shillelagh Hitmen got the victory over Nuke, Kaysen, and Christensen at 8 minutes 11 seconds. Next up was singles competition, and we saw Kay Blazer do battle with, making his return or his homecoming, Big Time Tony Burma. At one point, they take it out to the floor, and Burma's own son, who was in the front row, he eventually chops Blazer, gives Blazer a chop right after his dad Tony hits a chop out on the floor, and can't remember the exact ending, but Big Time Tony Burma defeated Kay Blazer at 4 minutes 5 seconds. Up next was a battle of returns, as we had 2 former Starlet champions going at it, Dolly Darko and Unstoppable Izzy McKenna. Enjoyed what these ladies were doing. McKenna defeated Darko with an armbar submission hold. After the match, Izzy offered to shake hands, and Dolly does shake hands. Izzy tries to leave the ring, but Dolly stops her and knocks her down, and then she's mounted on top of her, throwing punches. Dolly pushes the referee, and I think she pushed the referee a second time. 2 other referees came out, and I forgot what Dolly screamed, but I guess Dolly's a heel now? Seemingly. Up next, I forgot to mention, Jason Linnick returned, to ring announce this show. I wonder if there was any possibility of Larry Legend, if they could have tried to get him to ring announce, because Larry hasn't ring announced for NYWC since the Space Between last October in Westbury, New York. But Jason Linnick introduces Mr. Entertainment Brian Vitko, the commissioner of NYWC, and he's flanked by FBI member CJ Bambino, Dr. Desano, Nicky Primo, or Cousin Nicky as they refer to him, and Big Guido. And and Vitko's talking about, tonight was the final NYWC inductee because we're going to rename this the NYWE. And out come the Dirty Deeds, Dirk Moore and Johnny Malloy, accompanied by their Uncle Billy. And the match gets underway. One point, Nikki had looked like a baking sheet or a cookie sheet, and it had on one side of that had the colors of the Italian flag. I don't know if he got to use it, but referee Zach sees Nikki with it in his hands, and he ejected Nikki from ringside. Eventually, in the process, Malloy got his hands on that baking sheet, cookie tray, and he's chased Big Guido to the back, and Malloy goes through the curtain. We hear a big thud, and then Malloy comes back out the curtain, and he's down on the ramp, laying on the ramp. I forgot what else happened at one point. I know Dirk Moore kept kicking out of things. I forgot a lot of stuff here. Oh, well, Keith O'Ringer got in the ring, and he wasn't wearing his neck brace, but he took a DDT from Dirk Moore. And eventually, I believe they hit the 3D on... What's the 3D? Wow, I forgot who got pinned. But the Dirty D's defeated CJ Bambino and Dr. Desano to win the match. And Vitko gets the microphone. He says, "Hey, I'm a man of my word. I'm a man of the people. You will get your title shot. But you're going to challenge to get your shot at the Trios Champions next month, Milk Chocolate XXL." Now, I don't know. It's going to be Malloy, Moore, and Billy, or they'll have a third partner, or it's going to be 3-on-2 for the Trios belts. But I guess I'll have to stay tuned on that one. And then up came the first title match of the evening, as we see making their return, Tommy Rhett and Sage Chance, the Slime Balls, who hadn't been seen in NYWC since losing the tag team title back at Scars and Stripes in May, as they challenged Bam Sullivan and Mouse, the Extricated, for the tag team belts. At one point, Bam Sullivan superplexes Sage Chance, Tommy Rhett suplexes Mouse, and we ended up with a double pin. Obviously, the Extricated are still a tag team champion, so I don't know. I mean, I don't know if this means a rematch is coming or what they're going to do. Now, that's Slime Balls. I don't know if because Slime Balls are part of the NWA. So I don't know what they're really going to do with that. If they'll be back or what they're going to do. Then intermission arrived, and Willow Nightingale was doing meet and greet. Somebody, I think we had either saw wrestle or had yet to, because I know some had their merchandise out there. And I'll get back to the merchandise later. But after intermission, the Big O comes out. He talks about when he started trading, and he said this is like the third or chapter or something, and he took off his jacket, and he's wearing a championship belt, and he talks about, I forgot what he said. I can't remember everybody's promos, folks. But Big O said that, I forgot what he ended up saying. He named his belt the O3 Championship, and he had an O-pin challenge, and it was answered by Big Kaz. And the match was on, and Big O defeated Big Kaz at 2 minutes, 51 seconds to retain the O3 Championship. Alright, next up, we have another championship match as Top Tier A1G was challenging Giorgio Lawrence for the Fusion Championship. Short time after the bell rang, out comes Isaiah Wolf, and I forgot his cornerman's name, all apologies. And Wolf said, Giorgio, I told you on social media you'll be seeing me soon, and And he comes out and he offered a triple threat match, and Wolf came in the ring, and it was a triple threat match. Lawrence ended up pitting Wolf with a schoolboy, and I thought the match was over, but Jason Link announced that Isaiah Wolf was eliminated from the matchup, leaving our original match of Giorgio against A1G, who Giorgio gets his hands on the Fusion Championship belt, but Isaiah comes out, he grabs Giorgio, and after not one, not two, but three spears, A1G defeats Giorgio Lawrence and Isaiah Wolf to become the new NYWC Fusion Champion. Excuse me. Congratulations to that young man on winning the Fusion Championship. Now, next up was a battle of big men, as we saw the Pectorial Poseidon, the Desolate One, 1/3 of the Trios champions, Rex Lawless, to battle with big man shit, Jorge La Bestia. I can't really remember how this... I forgot the ending, but Jorge La Bestia defeated Rex Lawless at 6 minutes, 8 seconds. If I didn't mention it earlier, the Triple Threat Elimination Fusion title match went about 11 minutes, 44 seconds. All right, Jorge La Bestia got the win over Rex Lawless at 6 minutes, 8 seconds. Then it was time for our main event as 2024 Hall of Fame inductee Willow Nightingale challenged Mr. Main Event Salvatore Savelli for the NYWC title. And the match was underway, but all of a sudden, out comes, through the curtain comes Starlet champion Amity LeVay, who did not have a match on this event. She did a promo some time ago saying she had nothing on this event. And I forgot what she was saying, and eventually out from the back door, nobody's better, Michael Mastretta, wearing his long tights again. He attacks Savelli from behind, and the Savelli-Nightingale match was pretty much declared no contest at 2 minutes, 28 seconds. And I think Willow took the microphone, and she said, I was hoping to become champion, but I'm leaving this building a Hall of Famer. So she challenged him to a tag match right then and there, which saw Willow Nightingale and Salvatore Savelli defeat nobody's better Michael Mastretta and Starlet champion Amity LeVay at 14 minutes 50 seconds to end a very good night of NYWC action. Well, personal notes, nice seeing Chris Perry. Nice meeting Michael. I forgot his YouTube name. Shane, I know, of course, he was there, but he didn't really notice me. Who else can I remember seeing there? Wow. Dang it. What else? Oh, who else I saw in the crowd? Oh, Amy, Chris, and his father Sal, I think, were there. Joey was unable to make this event. He told me the morning of the show. Jessica and Leanne weren't with me for this one. Oh, actually, when I arrived... darn it, what was I going to tell you? La 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 la. La 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 la. What else did I say? I don't know if I was... No, I think it was probably on my way back, because once I found my seat, I had to go use the bathroom. Mike Norman was saying, how come you're not wearing an NYWC shirt or an NYWC related shirt? And he would say, how come you're wearing your Albert Robert Lotti guy shirt? And, he was standing by the damn merch table, and I noticed they had a custom-made NYWC Get It Through Your Skull. It was titled a Willowween, like the colors of Willow Nightingale on the shirt. I don't think anyone was going to try to say Willowween 3 times fast in succession. All right. Well, we do have one memorable quote. 5 Lottie stars. Johnny Malloy, when he walked right by me, I forgot what match was going on at the time. I was in my seat at the time. He walked right by me and he said that, Malloy, I know you watch my videos. Now, as far as the Dirty Deeds shirt, as well as the new Uncle Billy shirts, unless I first noticed them at this show, do those babies come in 3X? Because I don't know. Because I know I don't. Because I don't know like how far the sizes go, the T-shirt sizes. All right. When I was in over in Jamaica, Queens, I had to take the J train from Brooklyn to get to Sutphin Boulevard, where Jamaica Long Island Railroad Station is. Uh, I noticed that someone wearing a nice Diamond Dallas Page jacket. We were in the elevator together, and he actually got out of the turnstile of the subway first, and I don't know if he made it up to the. Didn't see him on the platforms before my train arrived. But funny thing is, while I'm at the show, I see somebody heading to the back door wearing that same exact jacket. I don't know if that might have been Isaiah Wolf's corner man, and again, apologies for not getting I don't think he even gets introduced to the crowd or not, or if he's an upcoming looking to debut as a wrestler soon, or he's already wrestled elsewhere. All right. Um, I actually went to I took the train to Babylon Station, and I went to eat at the pizza place at the corner of Railroad and Deer Park Avenues. Enjoyed their Sicilian slices. And by the way, I don't know if that food truck out the back door to Sports, or the same food truck's been coming all these months. I'm sorry, guys, but the price they're pricey. $18 for a personal pizza, and I also saw I don't know if it's chicken fingers or chicken nuggets or chicken fingers with fries for $16 or 16 and change, and that's not counting a drink. I mean, that pizza place I just mentioned in Babylon, 2 Sicilian slices and a bottle drink, that was only 11 and change for me. And you could say I'm being cheap and all, but come on. Well, I gotta find. I mean, hell, I didn't even when the show ended. I didn't even go eat anywhere after the show. I went straight back to Babylon train station, and there were I don't know how many good-looking chicks. I don't know if they were heading to New York City or something, but they're probably all 20-something years old. I mean, I was actually thinking about recording this video on the train, but the chicks weren't being too loud or anything. But I figured just trying to get home too, and thanks to the show ending between 9:30 and 10 o'clock, and me going to Babylon, because when I made it up to the platform, the train showed up, and I was home by 11:30 p.m. Okay. Let's see, anything else I can cover here? All right. Well, I guess it's time to plug. They said that the next day, which was Sunday, October 20th, they were going to be at the Islip Street Fair having a match every hour. No matches were announced, but the New York Wrestling Connection returns home to the Sportatorium on Saturday night, November 23rd, as they present Draw the Line, which is one of Jessica's favorite show titles, by the way, and hopefully she and Leanne and my other fellow NYWCites can make this one. It looks like it will be the Dirty Deeds, with or without a third man, challenging Milk Chocolate XXL for the Trios Championship. I'd like to see a return bout between the Extricade and the Slime Balls for the tag team title. Ooh. Wow. I'm sure the Big O may have another O-Pin challenge for I guess his newly unveiled '03 championship. Now that Giorgio Lawrence is no longer the Fusion champion, I don't know. Is Gerard Stevens coming back? Will the specialists reunite and be a team again? Um. Mm, well, would like to see A1G, the new Fusion champion, defend against Isaiah Wolf one-on-one. Well, mm, well, I wonder. With the Big O back in action, I wonder if the match we did not get last year at the Space Between with him and Davey Boy Smith Jr., if that'll eventually happen before the Big O hangs it up for good. Hangs it up for good. Because I'm sure O still wants to have that match. American Pitbull versus British Bulldog. La 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 la. Wow. It's just. Yeah, I know. I really can't. I mean, this is why I'm glad I'm not a wrestling promoter. I don't have to worry about piecing together the shows. But like I said, it looks like it's Trios champions, Dirty Deeds against the Trios champs. No word on Sal Savelli, who he'll face next show. Oh, wait. Maybe we could have this Salvatore Savelli against nobody's better, Michael Mastretta, one-on-one. I don't know if Tony Burma, if he's going to be around for the long haul or what's going to happen with him. Be interesting to see where Planet Entertainment, I guess, they're going to go from here after this setback by them losing to the Dirty Deeds. La 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 la. Oh, well, there were a few people we did not see on this show. We did not see Post Game, who lost the belts to the Extricated last month. No Papa Don. Nikki didn't. Cousin Nikki Primo didn't wrestle. Yeah. Okay, I think that'll pretty much do it, folks. So, well, Homecoming of Madness was very good. Can't wait for Draw the Line Saturday night, November 23rd. And NYWC rules.